There were some other moves made, though, Rob. Andrew Wiggins going from Minnesota to Golden State. D'Angelo Russell going from Golden State to Minnesota to team up with a good friend of his, Karl Anthony Towns. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I'm just so out on. I don't know where Wiggins fits in. Like I get why if he's a friend of Cat, right? That's right.
That's D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell
with Minnesota,
right?
Yeah.
But Wiggins is it just that D'Angelo didn't really fit in with what they were doing?
Yeah,
I don't understand
with D'Angelo.
And they got some
financial
some
duplication because obviously when you get Steph back, he's a better version of D'Angelo.
Well,
Russell.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, so
I don't
because at first they were trying to claim that he was going to play with them, and I was just like,
and I think they gave it a try. And they saw it. Now, obviously, they haven't played together because they've been hurt.
But they still must have felt like this isn't going to work.
There are people in the league that feel like D'Angelo is not going to win you games. He's going to put up numbers. And I'm not saying everybody, but there's some in the league, scouts and execs I've talked to, that think he's just going to put up numbers.
Which is
he's not going to win.
Because in Brooklyn last year when he made the All-Star team and they made the playoffs, he played well.
But that I think – the feeling is, and I actually agree with this feeling, that they had, Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, that was just, they were a good team that everybody got the ball. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, people didn't look at it as him as leading them. No. You know what I mean? He was their best player.
But it wasn't like he was putting up meaningless numbers.
Right.
Like they won. They made it to playoffs, and that's the only reason I'm just asking.
It may work out for him because he is obviously a good player. I like that he's got an edge to him, and I think they need that. Jimmy Butler had an edge to him, and Minnesota needed that. They actually made the playoffs when Butler was there.
Right.
But I think let's see if he and Cat can do something. I love it for Golden State, though.
Okay, do you?
And I'm with you on Wiggins. How much heart does he have? What's his motor? Does he have any motor? But here's the thing: in Golden State, he's the fourth guy. He's the third scorer behind Steph and Clay, but he's the fourth guy behind Draymond and those two. So, as a fourth guy, look, I actually think he can be somewhere between a Harrison Barnes and an Andre Iguodala. Now, he doesn't have the intangibles of Iguodala as far as winning, as far as the heart and all that. But he's athletically, he should, in theory, be able to be a good defender. He's long, he's athletic, and he can score. We see that. Now, he's not going to get as many opportunities. He's not much of a shooter, but he shoots it about as well as Iguodala, maybe it's slightly better.
Right.
But I think in that culture where you have a chance to win a championship, and you're not called on to give me 20, 22 points a night, I think that they could maybe convince him and he can grow and just accept being a defender. Because let's remember Iguodala. Initially in Philadelphia, people thought Iguodala was going to be like this superstar.
No,
remember?
I know. He
wasn't who he was.
Right, but he was put out front early on. Right.
And he just wasn't that guy. And then when he went places where he just had to play a role, he really was he thrived in that. So I think they're hoping Wiggins can do the same. And I like it. And, Rob, I don't know what Minnesota was thinking. I guess they're thinking we're going to make the playoffs and the pick's not going to be that good. But they gave him also a first-round pick in 2021. I
saw that, right.
That's only top 3 protected. I think that's going to be a lottery pick.
So
they'll have a lottery pick this year in Golden State and next year through Minnesota if it indeed is one. So, I think Golden State, it was good for them. Detroit, Andre Drummond to Cleveland. He's going to put up numbers. He's built for like 20 years ago.
I was going to say, he doesn't fit with this league.
Yeah.
And then even his tweet I was surprised by, where he's saying there's no loyalty, and I didn't even hear. I didn't know, with no warning or whatever.
It was out there.
Dude, for 3 years they've been talking about maybe trading him, right?
Right.
What? You're not on Twitter? You didn't hear that?
Right. You just got on the date.
His name has been out there. I'm like,
that's
dude, come on. What is that?
That's surprising. What other
You
moves?
just finding out this is a business?
to Miami. I like it. I'm shocked they gave him the 2-year, $30 million extension. Great for Andre.
Yeah, no.
But my goodness.
It seemed like a retirement package.
Right. We just throwing out money like that. What else? There was one more move with some names, Rob G. What was it? We went through Marcus Morris, D'Angelo and Wiggins, Iguodala. I'm missing Andre Drummond. There's one more I'm missing. Let's see.
What is that other?
Who was it?
Well, the Sixers got some back-end talent.
I actually like their Alex Burks and Glenn Robinson Jr. I like they added shooting. Now, do I think it's going to make a huge difference? No, because I think they got issues with their stars. But
and there's a chemistry issue. I'm starting to feel like that.
Embiid said it today, or I don't know if it was yesterday or today.
Right.
But he said, we got a spacing problem. And he said, I go out to the three-point line because I need to space the floor. We got somebody inside, so I got to go out to three. Ben Simmons.
And everybody.
That's the problem when Simmons can't shoot.
Right,
now
he has to stay there, right.
I got to put him by the basket so they guard him, and then I got to put my 7-footer out.
Because if you put him on a perimeter, they won't guard him, and then they'll double me.
Exactly.
And what about, has Horford been like, people love the move when he went there, right?
But he's a little bit of a disappointment. He's a great leader. You know this. He's
no. I'm just saying.
But he's not like a strong enough personality to lead that locker room with Embiid and Simmons. You know what I mean? So but Philly, look, Milwaukee's clearly the favorite in the East. Philly, though, I think is the most talented team in the East. So they, like you said, Rob, they got chemistry problems. All right, who made the best trade of the NBA deadline season? Your turn to weigh in. Let's start with Jody in Atlanta. Jody, you're on with Chris and Rob.
Yo, how y'all doing today?
What up?
Great, man. How are you?
I'm good. First off, I want to say that the Hawks made a really underrated trade this past week. It was really good for me because I like Capella.
Yep.
Yeah, I like Capella with Trae Young, especially going into next year. Trae Young needs a big body. John Collins is big, but almost a 7-foot guy down low like he was with Harden. I love that for Trae Young, honestly. And we made another trade to bring Dedmon back, which was smart because we didn't sign him last year. I love that move, too, because he's a good backup for us anyway. Trust me, the Hawks have a good come up on the way.
No, you know what? I agree with you. I like
Jody,
Capella
you on the team? You
Trae
said
Young.
we.
I like Capella and
we.
Yeah, he's from Atlanta.
I'm just kidding with you, Jody.
I like
Relax.
Trae Young and Capella together. You're absolutely right. Trae Young, for all his three-point marksmanship, is a tremendous passer. And so I do think he'll be a great fit with Capella. Capella, even though he's young, his mid-20s, he also is still a veteran. And he's obviously played in some big games. So I think that's good for those Hawks. I do think that's a good move.
All right, Jody, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. How about Joseph in Virginia? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What you got, Joseph?
What's up, man?
Hey, are you on speaker, Joseph?
Yeah, you got to get up
speaker.
to the phone.
I apologize, fellas.
Yeah.
I gotta say I like the Warriors move, just because Wiggins' contract is big, and I think this offseason Philly's moving off of somebody. I think they should stay with Simmons, but I think
they should move Embiid.
Yeah, Embiid's probably going to be the one to move. Now, I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, a first pick in Wiggins. That'd be a good lineup. I mean, a good trade asset, especially if you're trying to get rid of somebody that's been underperforming.
Here's the thing, and I know, like you said, the first pick is obviously big, but if they give up Embiid, they're gonna get more for him than Wiggins and a pick. And the pick is big, but this isn't a great draft where you're getting a Ben Simmons or one of those superstars. So, but I hear what you're saying. I do like the Wiggins deal for other reasons. But, yeah, he'll be a trade asset, too, if they want to move him. So that's not a bad call because, I like the Wiggins deal as well. But, Rob, what did you – Houston. Now,
I don't know what
they're saying
doing.
They're going to start P.J. Tucker, who's 6'5", at center.
That's that small ball with a 6'5" center.
What was that, Rob G?
And they're playing the Lakers tonight.
Yes,
with all their
I
behemoths.
can't wait to see that. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Obviously, they're going to try to rain three-pointers on the Lakers, who have all those big guys, but we'll get a good barometer to see what they think they can do tonight.
Chris, think about where Houston is. They were in a Game 7, right? They went from a Game 7. I forgot who.
To Golden State. They were up
3-2. Right, and they had Game 7.
They had Game 6 at home.
Right. And they lose that. From now, they have a circus team. Like, they have, You know what I mean?
They
like,
just experiment.
Right,
They just
like
throwing
you got a
junk up
team
against
that,
the wall. Let's
that,
see what
that we
sticks.
that we don't think can win an NBA championship.
Right.
That's what you do.
Gimmick.
You've traded
Gimmicks.
yourself out of a team that was right that close in the Game 7 to now you're
Totally.
a gimmick. You're a sideshow. You're clowns coming out of the little 8 clowns coming out of a car. You know what I
You're
mean?
the
Like,
Globetrotters.
right, exactly.
Sleight of hand.
You're the
smoke and mirrors.
You're the Globetrotters without a bucket of confetti. Like
Right.
that's the only thing you're missing.
Right. I'm with you. Like, sometimes, Rob, and this is true in every sport, but sometimes let it marinate. Just because you didn't get it done doesn't mean you can't get it done. Sometimes all you need is a little tweak. Now, I get that Chris Paul and James Harden were at odds. I get they didn't want to play together anymore. Certainly Harden didn't want to play with Chris. But if I'm running that team, Rob, I'm sitting them down. And I'm saying, look, guys, a year ago, we had the world champions down. We had them beat. Chris got hurt, unfortunately, but not for that. We win that. And I do think Golden State would have came back, but who knows? We don't know that. If I'm Daryl Morey, I'm telling him we would have won that. And as much as bad as I thought the Chris Paul contract was that Houston gave him, I think he was just a better fit than Westbrook because he could hit the spot up three-pointer and jump shot. He was a better position defender than Westbrook. Westbrook shooting like 23% from three-point range. And a lot of people feel like the reason they got rid of Capella, who's a very good center, 13 points, 13 rebounds a game, was to clear out the middle for Russ. And, you know, like you said, Rob, that's the gimmick. We know we're not winning this way, so let's just try to do it some unconventional way. But in Houston, it's championship or bust. It's not, let's just be good. Let's just be relevant. That's a franchise that has won championships. That's a franchise that's had some of the best players ever. Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon. Ralph Sampson was great when he was healthy. So you're not doing anything special by making us relevant. Second round, we got to win, and they're not winning with what they have or what they had even before the deadline. What's happening, y'all? It's Chris Broussard.
I'm Rob Parker.
And we are
The Odd Couple. Check us out as often as you can on YouTube.
And always remember, I'm Oscar, and he's Felix.
Oh, man. Are you serious?